Welcome to the Multimedia Creation and Management module, where I, Sylvester, will be taking you through the practical module, enough of the theories. So now let's see how to practically create multimedia content. I'm going to be using Canva only for this practical session. And please pardon this notification you keep seeing here. Is just to enable me make my mouse visible. So very quickly, I'll be sharing my screen now, and so that you see how I have outlined what we will be doing today in this practical session. So the screen you're seeing now is a guide on what we will be doing. So we're going to be creating 3 different content. The first one will be user education carousel, and then the second one will be a promotional video for your library, and then we're going to be looking at a library event flyer. So if you also notice, what I've done is I've tried to describe the purpose, the goal for each of these content, because as a librarian or information professional, you need to establish first your targeted audience. Who are you making this multimedia content for? And what do you want to achieve with this content before you now start distributing them on social media or whatever means you want to do? So the purpose of this particular carousel is to prepare something that is exciting to scroll through. I know some of you might not understand what carousel means. I don't know if you've seen some Instagram posts where you see a particular image, about 5 different images. One tells you swipe left to see this, swipe left to see this, swipe left to see this. This is what is called a carousel. And you can actually create one of these. For instance, some of them you may find would be how to roast bole and fish, right? This is the popular Nigerian street food. So we're looking at, so the next slide will be number 1, peel your plantain, wash your fish. Step 3 will be the next slide, and then just like that. So that model is what I'm actually introducing to us to teach users very important information in the library. And then secondly, we're going to be creating a promotional video that would look like a virtual tour and then a book review slide. And there are basically 3 steps we're going to be following today. The first step is the hard work which I have done before making this video, which is getting the information we will need for the multimedia content. I'm talking about the logos we will use, the logo of a library. In this case, I'm using a case study of the Delta State University of Science and Technology Library. You need to get the library profile. You need to get the library registration process based on everything you want to do. Okay. And then secondly, the next step is to get a software. For instance, we're using Canva today. And then once you're on Canva, you need to get a template that you can customize to bring out the best in your content. And once you are done, the final step will be to download and export. So as simple as it sounds, that's not just all that's needed to be done. So I'm going to show you now the first content we want to create on Canva. We require us to create a first slide that shows this, a second slide that shows this, a third slide that shows this, and so on. So I'm going to quickly copy what I want to put in my first slide. Let's get you ready, start. This took me a lot of time to put together, and that's where the content creation comes in place. It's not just graphics. You need to decide what should be on the content. So now I'll go to Canva. And how do you go to Canva? You go to Canva by typing www.canva.com and hit the enter button. Canva is a free tool, but then if you need to do some of the features you want to carry out on Canva, you would need to make some payments. There are some things you will see me doing here today in your normal free account where you come here somewhere around here to sign up for Canva. You won't be able to do that on the free Canva. So when you reach out, when we communicate in our various WhatsApp groups, I'll show you strategies on how you can get a Canva Pro account. So now, as you can see, this is the Canva home, and you see it says, what will you design today? So it's as simple as coming to Canva and telling the Canva that, okay, I want to design a carousel, okay? So all I just need to type is carousel. I'll type carousel, or let me just say Instagram carousel. So immediately you tell Instagram, Canva that you want to create an Instagram carousel, it gives you 700,000 templates. So you can choose from these beautiful templates. And anyway, I don't know. Oh, this catches my attention. I like this, but it doesn't have the other templates. It's just one picture I'm seeing there. Unlike this one that has about 5 templates, as we can see. I like this one. It's simple, but I think I like this one better. So I'm going to use this one, click on it. So, and just like what I'm doing now, if I'm being too fast, all you need to do is just please watch and rewatch, rewind me, pause me whenever you need to pause me. So I'll click on customize template to customize this template, and it redirects me into an environment where I can customize my design. Come here and rename my design. I'll name it a user education carousel. So I've saved my work. Actually, you don't save like Microsoft Word. Everything you do is saved automatically to the cloud as long as you have internet access. So in this case, instead of using their text content ideas for social media, I'm going to customize everything here to suit what I want. So I'll edit this and paste what I have. Let's get you registered. So I think I like this. But then if you notice, the colors here are not my brand colors. And how do I know my brand colors? If you look at uploads, what I have done is I have uploaded some of the files that I need already. So I'll search for logo. I've uploaded a particular logo that I would like to use here. So I'll click logo. So as you see now, logo is appearing in this my canvas that I'm working with. So instead of this, their what they wrote there, I'll delete it and then adjust the size of my logo and replace it with that. So by this, we know that the color, the color that suits my brand is blue and white. So I will just come here, and every color that's like this, immediately I click on this color, this rectangle here, it shows me the color here to change the background. So I'll change the background to white. So, and then the next thing I see here, what Canva does is from pictures, it automatically filters relevant colors, the colors of your brand. So, and this is the color, exact color of the brand of that particular logo you are seeing there. So I'll click this square below here. I want to change it to that blue color of my brand. And Canva prompts me automatically to say, do you want to change this color across board? I'll say yes. So I'll say change all. So if you notice now, my whole page, the colors have changed. Then this text here now, I would like to also change it to this color. And then I'll say, yes, change all across all the pages. So having done that, I am through with slide 1. No, I'm not through. There's something here I would like to include. I'll say follow at DSUST library. I think it's looking a little bit small, so I can come here and increase the size and adjust. So I feel satisfied with the way slide 1 looks like. Then I think, okay, this arrow here already gives an idea for the person to swipe, but I can decide to come here, click on text, and include something that says swipe. I'll say swipe left. Swipe left. So I'll say swipe left. So I'll go to slide 2. So slide 2 would require me to, please take note that you have the prerogative to customize the whole thing the way you want. So I don't like the way their slide 2 looks like. So I'm deleting everything here. And I would like to replace it with what I have here. So I've copied what I have here now. So I'm coming to slide 2 and I'm pasting. But in this case, this rectangle here, I'm changing it to white. Then the text, I'm also going to now change the text to blue. So this way, I have customized this design, and then their text over here, I'm removing it. I'll come here, copy my logo, and paste my logo. So my logo is here now. And so what this means is I now have a template that is peculiar to me. So all I now need to do is go to what do I have in slide 2? Remember, this is where we are getting the content, the information from. Slide 2 has online registration. Okay, slide 2 says step 1, online registration. So I copy and then I come to Canva and then I'll paste. Step 1, online registration. Then I'll come and say, okay, what is on that online registration? I'll say scan and all this information. Because of time, I'm actually not reading all this. So I'll paste. Then if you take note, it says scan the QR code or visit the library link to register. So what it means is you have to insert the link. So I'm going to come here and I'm just going to duplicate by pressing Ctrl D. And then the link will be https / bit, I could say bit.ly/dsust library registration. So once I'm done with this, I think I'm going to make this bolder. And then, yeah, I'll make this bolder, the link here. And then it's assumed that we already have a QR code for people to scan. So what I would do is I would assume that there's a QR code. So I'll come to Elements and search for QR code. And then I would paste this QR code. Though this QR code is black and it doesn't match. So what I would do is I could just color the QR code white. So what I have done now is I've completed step 1. So all I just need to do is duplicate slide 2 so that there's consistency. So I'll go to slide 2 and then I'll look at what other content do I have here, which is called slide 3. So I'll copy slide 3. Slide 3 talks about verification. Oh, sorry, no, not slide 3. Okay, yes. Okay, slide 3. Okay, step 2, pardon me. Step 2, verification. So I'll copy step 2, verification. Step 2, verification. Then I'll look at what's the content that should be on the verification. I'll copy it, and then I'll say, okay, in this case, we're not scanning a code. I'll replace what we have there, and I'll delete this link. Okay, so because this is looking too small, I can decide to increase the size so that it's visible for people to see. Then even this, I can also increase this a little for people to see. Okay, I'll put an underline here so people know it's a link. So that takes me back now to step 3. So I can now duplicate this again, duplicate page, and then come back to copy step 3, which talks about card and login issuance. So I'll highlight, paste. Now this time is looking so big, so I may want to do some adjustments so that it just maintains 2 lines. Then I will look at what's the information there. Once verified this, I'll copy and then I'll paste. So take note that all this content, it's easier for me because I took the time to actually prepare it already. And because this is a video, I didn't want to waste our time. I had to prepare all this content and just copy and paste. But in your own case, you may just be typing directly what you want and in the language or tone that you want. If you don't feel comfortable about anything, feel free to always move, click, drag, and move anything you want. So having done this, the next thing I would do now is go to the next slide. We have 4 slides. So the 4th slide is on card login, and then the 5th slide, which is the last slide, says register now. So I'll come here and I do not want to retain this pattern. I would come here now to say register now. And then I'll get this information here that says follow our social media handles. So in this case, I'm now going to add our social media handles. I'll get the logo here, right click, copy, and then come to here and then say paste. You see the logo will appear here. The logo will appear here. But then what's missing now is our social media handles. So, and let's assume we only have a Facebook account. I can now come to Elements and say, I'll search for Facebook icon. So this is Facebook icon. I'll see a Facebook icon. Good. So this is Facebook icon here. I'll shrink to look small, and then I'll put it here. Then I think the library also has a YouTube page. So I'll say YouTube channel. I'll say YouTube logo. I'll search for the YouTube icon. So what I think I prefer this other icon here. So what I've just done now is a carousel, and we're almost at the end. The carousel is almost ready. So I'm going to just highlight both and make them look small. And then this black does not befit the Facebook logo, so I'll make it white. And then I'll write, I'll duplicate this here and then change it to @DSUST library. So if you see what we have now, the odd thing here now is this image here. I think instead of that image there or putting my logo here, I think I'll just replace it. I think I'll just put my logo here. I think this looks better, right? So, so this is what designing or creating content looks like. So I'll just preview this quickly. So you see what we have just created now. We have created a carousel that someone can just look at and they understand how to get registered. Let's get you registered. Slide 1, swipe left. Step 1, online registration. Then step 2, verification. Step 3, this, and step 4, register now. So there's no student or user that will see this that would not like to register. But I think there's an error in what we have here. The numbers, the numbering, we need to correct the numbering, step 2, step 3, and all that. So, and to download this for use, all you just need to do is come to download. You click on download. And when you click on download, you see different options to download. So you download as JPEG. JPEG is a picture format, and you see all 5 pages. So if I click on download, you see how magically everything begins to download. So share your design directly and everything just downloads. So ladies and gentlemen, I believe this describes exactly how to create the first content we wanted to create. So now I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute and then come back to you. And quickly, we will now go back to look at how to create the second content, which has to do with the library orientation video, a library tour.